have Lewis here today. Lewis is a 40-year-old veteran, joined the service in 2003, serving both Iraq and Afghanistan. He's 40 now, since left the service, and is struggling with a variety of different issues. So
the main thing I'm struggling with, and I've been struggling with for a while, is like, this is going to sound like a really weird thing to say, but just sort of normal life. I literally came out of college, so then I joined up inside this in 2003. So basically from being about 19 to, well, sort of on and off to about 2014, I had everything done for me. And you know, it does have a knock-on effect on your mental health, which I'm just sort of starting to pay more attention to. You know, mental health and ADHD and all these new stuff, these things that are cropping up now, that when I was 18 it was just you crap at tests. I earlier on mentioned like the whole ADHD thing. I haven't really gone to the doctors because I don't know what I'd say to them. If I did, I'd have to like write a list of stuff, but like I haven't done that. So I've spoken to Mind a bit and spoken to people over the phone a few years ago about like, just because somebody had mentioned it to me, like about an ADHD assessment, because that might help. But I've been on a waiting list for 3 years. So something like that's going to take 3 years. I don't really hold much hope of like, I don't have a lot of patience. The decision-making process was either done for me or it was clearer. And so the support process when you leave is like, if it was as comprehensive as when you sign up, it'd be great, but it's not. I did go to like a veterans breakfast thing, which was really weird, because I felt like it was just me and loads of old blokes. Rather than it making me feel better, it made me feel worse. So the support process when you leave is like, if it was as comprehensive as when you sign up, it'd be great. I wish at school that taught me how to do me tax instead of playing the recorder. You have to set a direct debit up for your water payments, otherwise you'll go into debt and it'll affect your credit score. Do you still get your yearly reminder that you're on a waiting list?
Yes,
I had mine the other day, yeah. I get mine yearly now, and it's a nice little reminder that it's still not working.
I didn't know how I was going to cope, and I was great. I had an amazing GP. I felt isolated, I felt weird. And then one day I walked into an organisation who was all about supporting people with neurodivergency, and it was like I couldn't speak. And they just said, "Come on, sit down, I've got you." And everybody spoke that same language.
I don't necessarily want to talk about like issues and stuff. I just want to talk about stuff. Considering people are like so open about stuff now, you still have to like seek it out. Go on the internet and going, right, mental health services, and then loads come up and you don't know what to click on, and then you do click it on, there's a waiting list and stuff like that. It just becomes, it's like that overwhelmed thing. You go, well, I'm just not going to do any of it.
When you were all sat on your own, you thought, I can help him, I can't help him. This is in my remit, this isn't in my remit. This isn't for me, this is something else. If he was an asylum seeker, that's our bag. If he was a single mother, I can help him. But the fact of the matter is, there is something in each and every one of your work that could apply. Putting together disparate ideas is where creativity comes from. So I want you to be really open, think outside the box, try something different. Because if what we are currently doing worked, Louise wouldn't be here. And it's not necessarily a gap in provision, it can be a gap in connection.
Yes.
So have a think about that, I guess, when we're looking at these solutions now.
In regards to regimental life, it is regimented, they're told where to go, what to do, and the fear of putting a hand up to ask for help, should that not be a mandatory service when leaving the army in the first place? Well, the pathway should be there, because if there's the stigma about putting your hand up to say, I need support, we're going to lose people in that process.
Some people have been leaving the army within 4 or 5 days by medically discharged, kicked out for drugs, whatever it may be, and they've gone from 18 months to 3 years of training, and then all of a sudden a week later they're nobody.
Yeah. So I just want to bring it back to those 4 issues that were raised around identity, around short-term action, long-term solutions, around need and around kind of access. And one of the things that it's great to hear Lewis saying, as a matter of fact, is that there's so much out there. We are constantly being told by people that there isn't the support out there, but we all know we're trying to provide it. And the issue is not necessarily provision, but access. Now, we had a great conversation on this table. We asked Lewis what he wanted to be doing with his time. You know, if he had all these things sorted, what would he do? He said he liked walking. And we were very, very fortunate, and I'm going to pick on you, Sean, I do apologise, because she said, I don't feel I'm really qualified to be here, I've only just started volunteering recently. And yet she gave the most accessible, impassioned explanation of why volunteering can change a life. She talked about having routine, she talked about having purpose, she talked about being able to talk to people in a way that wasn't direct. She talked about helping someone get a mobile phone contract sorted out just because they were painting doors together or something. That meets 90% of what Lewis said he needed. How can we get Lewis from not feeling like he can reach out to being the volunteer that helps out the local walking group? What does he need for that?